welcome everybody to episode 285. Is that correct?
No.
It's 282.
You asked me
283
10 seconds ago.
289?
282.
Yes, I
you
know.
literally asked me 10 seconds ago.
Yeah, I know, but I wanted to make sure.
Oh,
just test your knowledge. Yes.
That old bit.
So anyway, guys, sorry, 282 of the China Show, the real China Show. We're so happy to have you here.
Yes.
We've got a lot to talk about, a lot of important stuff. In fact, one of the most important stories of the year coming out of China.
For sure.
today.
Main segment?
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Not a good story.
No, but important.
But maybe an inspirational story?
Yep, absolutely. Anyway, let's do our little sizzle reel, shall we? And
Yes.
I'll get us out of here. So let's do it.
Coming up
In today's China Show.
9月19日，中国汽车碰撞尾随进。
还我吧，快点，你们三个，幸好我让我站起来。
And of course, much more. Right, so I mean, as you can see, we've got a lot in store for you today. I think it's big over there. A lot.
Yes, a big one. I always ask you this: how many percent of the show was in that sizzle reel?
A little percent.
Just a little.
You know the word percent means per 100.
Yeah,
You know,
I do.
like century. Yeah. It's kind of interesting. I don't know how many people know that.
I could poll the audience, but we got so many more important things to cover.
It's true, yeah. Anyway, so guys, let's get right into this. We've got a bit of a funny clip to start us off. We're going to go into What's New. This is where we talk about everything that's new, specifically with regards to China. And in our What's New today, we're going to start with a little traffic infraction. Okay, so
It's the harshest clip to start the show. You put together what's new today.
yeah, I did.
It's
It's
the harshest possible clip.
I mean, it's not that bad.
I mean, it's fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
But it's bad.
So let's take a look. So this guy, delivery guy, was going down the road, and a young kind of teenager on an e-bike,
Yeah.
almost hit him. So he starts swearing at the delivery guy.
Yes.
Like,
the kid swears at the delivery
yes.
guy.
So
Like vials.
yeah, let's see what happens. So he's like,
操，你傻逼吧！
he's like, okay, hey, wait, what did you say to me, little kid? What did you say to me?
It's just so... You expect him to get back and get off the scooter and punch him or push him down.
Yes.
No, he's like, I don't care. I'm
Yeah.
going to go all in. I got nothing to lose.
I'm just gonna ram you.
I mean, there's a lot of implications here. There's a lot of reasons. Delivery drivers just get absolutely crapped on in Chinese
whole time.
society.
Yeah.
As just they treat them as subhumans.
Yeah, and I mean that these guys are on a deadline.
Yeah.
If they don't deliver their order on time, they get fined.
Yeah, they're barely paid hourly.
Yeah,
Most of them
so-
are not even paid hourly. So.
No, it's per delivery.
Yeah.
So that's why they have to do so many.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, you know, he's just had enough, and I guess he just kind of snapped. Yeah. Anyway, there's a bit of a theme. There's a little bit of a theme going on here. I've
Okay.
noticed people are starting to put out Halloween decorations.
Okay.
It's maybe a bit early,
Yeah.
but I've seen it.
Yeah, we're a month out.
You know, you see little ghosts hanging
Yeah,
around, some
for sure.
pumpkins here and there, some whatever, like a fake skeleton or that type of thing. So, well, it's kind of in theme because this week is China's Week in Horror.
Ooh, interesting.
take a look,
Let's
so-
see what you put together.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I get to be like the audience. I don't even know.
Yes. So let's see what it starts out with. I'll get us out of here.
Wow. That's
Over enthusiastic.
I love the sound effect.
Dude, your TCM is like a horror show.
It really is. Traditional Chinese medicine.
Yes. And I don't think anyone would like this.
I love the people's reaction.
Yeah, they're loving it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's not. She's regretting
Oh
it. Yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah. All right. A little bit of may as well. Now this.
What the? Oh my.
I just
Hold on. Can I see Catman again?
yeah, you can see Catman, dude.
That is horrific.
I think it's one of the scariest, most weirdest things I've seen in a long time.
Oh my gosh.
So, yeah. So this uncle obviously thinks that he's kind of clever here.
What the? Dude, at first I was like, that's weird. And the more I look at it, that's actually terrifying because it doesn't even look like a cat.
No, it's very weird. But like,
oh my gosh.
that's
That scene.
dude, you're walking through like rural China. You walk into someone's kitchen and you see that.
What?
It's one of the, you're just
Dude.
walking in the village and you just look up at the window and you see this.
You know what this is?
What?
It's a response to Galloway.
Oh, yeah. You mean,
Now, would you like me to be the cat?
This guy's
That's-
like a better Galloway.
yeah, actually, that's his front door, not a window. Sorry.
Oh my god.
But yeah, imagine you're walking past in the village and that's what you see. It's
I'm trying to figure out what part was what. I guess he just erased his face.
well, his eyes were where the ears are, so he
Oh,
closes
okay.
his eyes and whatever.
I hate that a lot.
You could try that at home.
That's very scary.
So, the new iPhone iOS is launched.
Yeah.
Not a
26,
massive
right?
fan myself. I don't like
What
it.
is up with them skipping from 18 to 26?
I don't know, but that whole glass motif looks lame to me.
Yeah, it does.
Like, anyway, let's not get into that. Apparently, there's a new feature where it's for, I guess, if you're like a paraplegic or something, you're stuck in a wheelchair, and it's really nice. They've got an accessibility feature where you can use your tongue to gesture things. So Chinese people have latched onto this and they've taken it to the next level. So let's take a look. I mean, yeah.
This guy's feet is just menu.
Yeah,
Just beautiful women.
yeah. Don't know what this guy's doing. It's gross, though.
What did you put together?
That's what they're doing, okay? Everybody's trying it out, okay?
This is sick.
It's like, I told you it's a weekend horror. Because it's pretty horrendous. That's like end of man, You're just going to
That
lie there on your
is.
couch and just lick your
That's
lick
like
your phone.
proper. I found that brain rot thing. Remember
Yeah.
that brain rot stand?
Yeah.
It's like
Oh,
literally-
yes.
it's like a music stand.
Yes.
Well, China's like, what if we take the music stand off and just put like a clamp down for a
Yeah.
phone? And they're like, look, you can use your phone anywhere now.
Yeah,
Just scroll
exactly.
TikTok or whatever.
Now you can just lie down
can
and use your tongue.
Lick
Yes,
it. I bet your tongue gets
gross.
tired.
Probably. Depends.
It's not for that guy.
Yeah, it's not for that guy. Anyway, guys, this is genuinely horrific, and
Yeah.
I don't know the exact circumstances around this, but the police have arrested someone on the high-speed rail, and they literally black-bagged him and taking him away in shackles.
Yeah.
And now this, before I even continue with this is a thing in China. You just never know. In fact, let me play it, then we'll...
Well, you have to point out because I think a lot of people won't see what's happening here.
Yeah, okay, well, here's the thing. In China, people can literally sleep anywhere. Literally sleep anywhere.
It is a bonus.
Yeah, and I mean, without a pillow, without any, like on concrete.
We call it a racial bonus.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what people call it.
Dude, I've seen people sleep directly on a tile floor.
when you
we
make
have,
like an RPG character,
Yes.
and you put your stats,
yes,
sleeping anywhere is a stat that I'm very jealous of.
yes, I wish I could.
Me too.
I mean, people can sleep on broken glass, on rocks,
Seriously.
in a tree. It doesn't matter, just anywhere.
Yeah.
And including like parking spaces. So concrete parking spaces.
Top left corner.
Yeah, top left. Here, I'll zoom in. He's actually playing on his phone, but...
Of all...
What did you think was going to happen? Okay, what did you think? Don't worry, he's okay. The guy luckily noticed when he hit him. He comes out to check, the guy gets up. But I mean, it's of all the places to take a kip,
So you guys calling that? Pause this real quick.
Yeah.
Because we've hit 10 minutes into the show. So I got to bust out something real special. I got a special surprise for y'all.
Do you have anything like to add to this?
I have a plan for next week. If you guys manage to hit 3,000 likes before the half an hour mark of the show, if you guys hit 3,000 likes before a half an hour mark of this show, I'm going to add something real special for y'all next week. because I am the like farmer.
Okay, good. It better be something special and different.
I think you're gonna really like it.
Okay, all right.
Well, you know what time it is, guys. I've donned the like farmer hat. You know what time it is. It's time to It's time to seed the feed. As you guys have come up with, you got to take your seed and you got to throw it in that feed and you got to get that feed all locked up.
All right.
Get your likes all over there.
So what is it that you're actually trying to get people to do here?
Well, the reason you need to click like is because we're trying to seed the feed. And what happens is if you click like, it actually puts our video on people's feeds. And then they can see it because a lot of you don't get those notifications. In fact, I just saw some people coming in here and they said, hey, I didn't even get a notification. I had to search for the show. And gosh darn it, gall dang it, that's no good.
Good. Well, you know, at least we don't have a freaking subscriber farmer and a click the bell button farmer, because then I'd just get really mad.
Well, no.
I'd get like Superman.
Not yet. Not.
That's never gonna happen.
Well, not yet. But anyway,
Yeah.
we need to get those 3,000. We're at 1.3 thousand, so you need to seed the feed. And we're going to get there up to 3,000 before the half an hour mark of the show. And then I will promise I will add on a special little a treat. By the way, if we hit 10,000 likes before the end of the show, Wince is going to have to put on the little kitty cat hat.
Which is never gonna happen.
Right. But we always say that.
Okay,
'cause,
yeah.
You know,
Anyway.
You will if we hit it.
Yeah, I will. I promise. Okay, can we get on with it?
Yes, we can.
Okay, excellent.
You played my song, right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I did.
Just making sure.
I mean, it's part and parcel of that thing.
Keep seeding farmers.
Okay, so now this is what happens if you you know, when you go do like a wedding or something in these like tourist spots around China, you know, they'll kind of dress you up and carry you on one of those, what do you even call it? A plinth? No, it's not a plinth. What's it called? It's called like a, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's one of those things that
the
there's
thing
four
like
people have to carry.
like an emperor sits on or
Yes.
whatever, and like peasants carry you, you
Yes.
know, like and get whipped or
It's
something.
that.
Yeah, it's that thing. So that's kind of what this is.
Yes.
They'll do that for you. I wouldn't suggest it though. I love how the chair comes off and whacks her as well. Oh! And there here comes the chair. Bam! Insult to injury.
Good thing it's like particle board.
Yes. Now this is serious, okay? And I wanted to end off the whole China's Week in Horror theme with this, because this is truly horrifying.
It's called the palanquin. by the way.
Oh, it's a palanquin. Thank you very much to the audience. Everyone learned something.
那能来是你吗？我在这里滑走了，快点！
She's like, take my hand, please help me up.
洗好。
Yeah, take my hand and help me up is what she's saying. So this old lady has fallen in the escalator, okay, as old people do.
Elevator, yeah.
Sorry, escalator, elevator, you're right, lift. So I'm
lift.
trying to use your terminology. She fell in the lift, okay? And obviously needs a hand to get up. And
Yeah.
you've got 3 young men standing there. Well, I say young, adult men. And they're refusing to help her. And this is a result of China's zero trust society, and it's sick.
Yeah.
And the reason why this happens is, unfortunately, there have been too many cases where people have tried to help elderly people, and then they blame them for injuring them. So it's kind of like, if you help her up, then she'll, you know, they'll call the cops and say, he injured me, he made me fall.
Yeah, you're true.
And the only reason he tried to help me up is because he's the one who bumped me over in the first place. And then the poor, unfortunate Samaritan, Good Samaritan, has to then pay medical compensation. And not just once, like for the remainder of that person's life. It can ruin you. It can ruin your life. So because so many of these cases have happened and they've won, the bad people win, nobody wants to step in to help.
It's such a big deal that a guy from Africa even made a song about it.
Oh, yeah, he
Quite
did.
literally.
He did.
That's how big of a deal this is.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
classic.
his whole Tong Swala song is, it's like he pretends to fall down and he's like, oh, you hit me. Oh, it hurts so much.
Teaching people about
Yeah.
how bad this
And it's
is.
called the Peng scam, you know, the broken vase scam. So, I mean, it's dark because it has permeated mainland Chinese society so much that it's really like scarred an entire couple of generations now.
Yeah.
Nobody steps in to help when someone's in need. And that's the thing. Chinese people are very friendly, very hospitable.
Absolutely.
From our own experiences, they will help you out. They'll, you know, give you a free meal, a pat you on the back, they'll buy you a drink. You know, if you need directions somewhere, they'll be very accommodating, very nice people. But if you're injured and in need of help, forget about it. Maybe if you're a foreigner, it's different.
I can say this. In Taiwan, when I lived in Taiwan, when I one time ran out of gas, a couple times I was broken down, people immediately stopped to help.
Yes.
Because they're not like, I'm going to get scammed. I want to help out.
Yeah.
In China, almost no one.
Yes, no one.
helped.
You're right. You're absolutely
Ever.
right. Yeah. It's like whenever there's somebody who's in need of help, like it's such a weird juxtaposition because like if you're sitting in a restaurant or something, somebody will come buy you a drink or, you know, like people will be friendly and like, oh, welcome to China because they want you to have a nice time or something. You'll get that a lot. But yes, when you're actually in need, that's when they stay away.
It's interesting. I did receive help on the side of the road in Inner Mongolia where the culture is just different. You know what I mean? They're just like, the guy needs help. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I recently on my Serpent Today channel did a whole video about the Zero Trust Society. And we actually covered it last time when we showed the woman who fell over and then blamed the shop owner who came to help her. Anyway, let's move on. You get the gist. It's horrible. If one thing could change in China, I hope it's this.
老婆让我摘起来啊，可以点啊啊，你们仨。
Anyway, we've got to talk about this typhoon. Typhoon Ragasa.
Look at that. Isn't that crazy?
This,
Look at that.
This has been quite the typhoon, I'll tell you what.
Is the end of the world.
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
That's scary.
So this massive typhoon has been coming towards China for a while now, and it's hit Taiwan, caused a lot of damage in Hualien, places like that.
Yeah.
Some deaths, and hit the Philippines as well, I believe. A couple of places in the region, and it's been devastating.
Yeah.
Huge. People were rushing to the store, and they bought everything out. But strangely enough, a couple of things weren't touched. Cherry tomatoes for some reason. A couple beans. Why wouldn't you take beans?
A couple beans.
Yeah, a couple beans. Whatever's there is gone. Oh, but chilies are all there still.
There's a reason for that.
Yep.
Well, people in southern China love to eat chilies until you get so far south that you're in Guangdong, where this is where the typhoon was.
Yes, yes.
Cantonese people hate spicy food.
They do.
So
yes.
it's funny that
Yeah,
was
it's
just
like,
all left
well,
over.
that's just the only thing we don't need are the chilies. Yeah,
That
it is
kinda
kind of funny. Yeah. So anyway, there's an interesting clip we're going to show you from Shanwei, which happened before the landfall of this typhoon, actually.
Yeah, right before.
Yeah. Look at the chilies are everywhere.
It's not part of Cantonese cooking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything's just picked clean though.
Yeah, I mean, everybody was expecting this to be massive.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see. What's that, mangoes? Oh, no, it's not. It's like sweet potatoes, yeah. There's a couple things left over. Have you ever tried to eat a raw sweet potato?
I have. It's not recommended.
Yeah, it's horrible.
I don't recommend this.
Why aren't they eating the beans? Okay, now this is in typical fashion, okay? I'll get us out of here so you can see the subtitles.
这么大的台风还在洗玻璃啊！哇天哪，看暴雨在那边吹得飘起来了。
Gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, he's swinging.
I know,
You hear
isn't
him?
that scary? Yeah, he's like, wow, you heard him, right? It's just before the typhoon. Now, there's been a couple of incidents like this. Not only this, like, what kind of an idiot boss says, hey, the typhoon's happened, like, everything's blowing, go clean the windows now?
Yeah.
What kind of idiot worker's like, okay,
I mean, does he have a choice?
yes, ultimately.
Ultimately, yes.
Yes, whether he keeps his job or not is a different story.
for
But I
sure,
mean,
for sure.
that's ridiculous. But apparently, you know, Huawei, the phone maker, whatever, you know, the Chinese government company that they like basically take hostages on behalf of that one.
Yeah.
They were still forcing their workers to go into work even during this typhoon.
Even during the
Yeah,
typhoon. Oh.
and leading up to it. Look, a lot of places did prepare well enough, and they were like, listen, don't come into work or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But Huawei, very notably, did not stop people coming into work and demanded that they did.
I mean,
kinda
that's
sucky.
kind of like what's happening here.
It's the
probably.
same idea.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Yeah, makes sense.
I mean, you can just see, look how the trees are moving around in the breeze.
For sure.
That's a shower cap she's wearing.
Thought
by
we
the
were
way.
in Portland for a second.
Yeah, exactly. Me too. We better watch out. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm just kidding, guys.
Yeah, but look, worker safety is never a priority in China. I just wanted to show you. Remember, we've talked about the air conditioner guys.
Yeah.
Look at this guy. So he's installed a new aircon unit, but here's the thing: he's got this like paper thin
I can't
tether.
even tell what's happening here.
Okay.
What is this?
So in between the buildings, they have a place
Oh.
for you to put your air conditioner.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
condenser.
Now I see it.
Okay, see it in the distance.
Yeah.
So he's had to like basically do this weird Spider-Man crawl all the way out there to install the air conditioner unit.
Yes.
Or service it or whatever. Now he's coming back. But if you look at his tether, there's a couple of problems with this tether. First of all, it seems paper thin. You can see through the light through it. Okay?
Yes.
But it's loose. So what if he falls?
Yeah.
What if he falls? Because look at how high it is, okay? He's basically going to fall down and then swing into like a wall or something.
Yeah.
Because look at that. It's not really a good piece of mind. Look at how high he is. I mean, he's like 30 stories up or something. And it's so slack that if he falls, he's just going to... you got to keep it taut.
Yeah, that's scary.
It's very scary. I mean, dude, here's another one where guys, literally, he's
Oh
standing...
my god!
Yeah, he's standing on a plank, okay? And the way it's being held up is the guy with the phone camera is standing on the plank to hold it up. Kind of like seesaw.
Boing.
Yeah, exactly. Like you just mess with your friend. You're like, oh. Here's another dude just like dangling around. Anyway, this is in Shanwei. This is before the typhoon actually hit.
Yeah.
See how intense it is. And here's some footage from a hotel in Hong Kong. Because, it hammered Hong Kong really hard.
Yeah, for sure.
We used to put up with typhoons every other year. There'd be a big one. Like every couple of years, there'd be a massive one. I remember I filmed a big typhoon that hit Shenzhen, the aftermath as well, with all the trees broken down and stuff. It's pretty intense when you're there. Yeah.
Craziest ones I saw were when I lived in Taiwan.
Oh yeah, I'd say they're much worse out there.
Usually.
Yeah. Because you're not protected, It's
They're better prepared though.
big time. Now this is the Zhuhai port, and you can see some of the aftermath. But here's the thing: I got a hold of last night and this morning. I got a hold of some friends of mine. Okay, so a friend in Zhuhai, which is on the coast there, and a friend in Shenzhen, and they both said it wasn't that bad. So it looks like Hong Kong took the brunt of it. Taiwan, everything else in between kind of took the wind out of its sails, basically. Still bad.
Yeah.
But it's not that bad.
Gotcha.
Does it make sense?
Yep.
Okay, now, guys, we've been talking about this quite a lot recently, these food poisoning scandals in China. Last time, it was school lunches or whatever that wiped out a bunch of kids.
Yeah.
Sent them all to hospital.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's been another one. Okay, and this one's pretty bad. This is in Xishui. Same first character as Xi Jinping. So Xi Jinping's water.
Okay.
Yeah, anyway. Xishui in Guizhou, all right? This happened on September 19th and 20th, and over 100 school children were poisoned after eating Chinese bread from a cake shop in Xishui, Guizhou province.
Ouch.
Okay, but it's bad, though, okay? Because the main symptoms included vomiting blood, kidney effusion, diarrhea, persistent high fever, and some children have developed liver and kidney function damage.
Yikes.
So what could cause that?
I don't know.
It's hard to say.
I literally don't.
But, in typical fashion, Chinese government fashion, rather than actually caring about the kids and about the whole situation, they care more about controlling the news and what comes in and out.
That makes sense, yeah. It's always like that.
Yeah, so there have been reports of parents being told to delete videos that they've posted online on WeChat and stuff.
Of course.
I've actually got a Chinese write-up over here. which will magically turn into English.
Wow, look at what you did there.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so just some of the highlights here. During this time, county officials also asked her, this is one of the parents, to delete the video she posted on her WeChat moments. I'm not sure which county department's leaders were responsible. They also called my hometown and had my parents contact me to ask me to delete the video. The video I posted on social media was also blocked.
It's not a lie
No.
what she posted.
No. So she posted a video about, her kids getting sick or whatever. So not only she told to delete the video, they contact her parents in her hometown, tell them to tell her to remove the video, and then they block the video too. It's very mafia, isn't it?
Wow.
Yeah, on the afternoon of the 21st, Miss Lee said staff from the Xishui County government, the Xishui County Education Bureau, and other relevant departments, as well as the school leaders, are still talking to me. Besides telling me not to worry and that the government will handle it, they're asking me to delete the video. They're still asking me to delete the video.
So what you're trying to say is the cake is a lie.
Yes, the cake is a lie. But yeah, it's bad. When you have to hide the fact that these children are being poisoned and the fact that this is happening so often.
Yeah, it's week after week, right?
Yeah.
We got month of weeks and consecutively.
Dude, China's food safety sucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and there's so many shortcuts being taken all the time. And if you cannot even keep your children safe from like massive food poisoning problems in kindergartens, in schools, and now at like cake shops where they go to get their snack after school or whatever.
True.
What kind of a society are you living in,
It's true.
Definitely not the future.
Nope.
Anyway, let's move on because there's this very interesting clip here of a truck.
Whoa!
And that's a narrow miss.
I'm glad it was a miss.
Yeah.
I don't
Since
want
we
any
just had a
hits.
narrow miss, I think it's time that we tell everybody about Monday.
Let's do it.
You know what happens on Monday?
Tell me about it.
This is what happens on Monday. This right here.
It's Xiaoban Ho. This is our
another-
secondary show. This is
Yes.
on Mondays.
Yeah.
On our
Ooh,
patreon.com
look,
slash
double.
ADV podcast. Ooh, double. This is where we cover a topic that we can't cover on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
It's where you guys vote on the topics. It's where we have 160 plus episodes.
Yep.
In our last episode here, what did we talk about? We had talked about China's dumbest trends. So we went
Yes,
over
the dumbest trends.
like viral trends on the Chinese internet, stuff we normally wouldn't cover on the show. We did it on there.
Mm-hmm.
If you are interested, it's the best way to support us. Let's see what you missed.
Yeah, this is what you missed. The trend in China. They're
Doing their own
doing
military
their
parade.
military parade because they're, I don't know, they feel left out.
They're trying to eat the stickiest stuff because it's hard to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she yelled with it as well.
He chopped a fly in half.
Dead fly, I think.
Okay.
The meat is grayed at the top, by the way, because it is rotten.
Smacks her in the mouth.
Drinking poop. It's not sauce. That's poop water.
It is disgusting, yes.
Cooked poop water. You know it'll
Yes.
smell like an actual bathroom.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting. We covered all sorts of interesting trends, silly trends.
Go way beyond silly. You're really underselling it there.
Yeah.
Silly?
Some silly, some crazy, some like astronomically insane trends.
Some vile.
Some pretty vile trends, yeah.
Like there's a guy, that last clip you saw, a guy from the city repeatedly goes to this guy in the countryside.
Yes.
And actually it's just the outskirts.
Yeah.
Goes to a guy's house and his house is literally a landfill.
It's a landfill, yes.
It's just piles of trash. And then the guy goes and cooks some rudimentary food, which is always disgusting.
He like pulls the food out of the trash
Yes.
basically and cooks it.
And the guy keeps
Yeah.
going back
Yeah.
and eats with him.
Yeah. With some exactly. We had some interesting things about trendy TV shows and instant noodle trends and weird stuff too.
Right now, there's this big trend. If you saw the fights, there's AI. China's been making AI videos of big foreigners, and I say foreigners like Americans, big Americans
Beating up
small
women.
Chinese women or old ladies
And children.
or children or frail old men that are
Yes,
100 years
yes,
old.
yes.
And then, but those people get their revenge and beat them up.
Yes.
It's an entire genre with like millions and millions of views.
Anyway, it's super fun. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, and if you have the means, please head on over to patreon.com/ADV podcasts and to join us for Xiaoban Ho. We'd love that.
What will you get access to if you join? You get access to all of our episodes.
Yeah, we got 168 episodes.
Yeah.
We got a couple of tiers. We got the live tier where you can join and we do like a weekly drawing and handwrite a Chinese name for somebody. And we also have, just you can vote on the next topic and all that. We got another tier which goes live basically straight after it's live. Then we release it to the half price tier. You guys still get to see it straight after the show and participate and everything. It's lots of fun.
Right.
So go take a look. Yeah. And of course, we understand it's an ask, so only if you have the means, but we'd love to see you there. While we're on the whole topic of giving you a message, how about this one? Chocolado, 22% shield broth. Last week end.
Yeah, that's it. I think Monday's the last day. So when this is up on Monday, you guys are watching it live right now. Today is the last of 3 days that you can get this shirt. That's it.
Yep.
It's done. Not coming back.
Yeah, it's a limited time only, so the Chocolado t-shirt will never be available again after Monday. So if you were on the fence about it and you're wondering whether you want this beautiful 90s style inspired
Hand-drawn.
very,
No
very
AI
important.
used.
Yep. Chocolado t-shirt, 22% shield broth, seeing the 8th dimension.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, so if you're on the fence, now's the time, because it's going away.
TheChinaShow.threadless.com. Consider picking up one for your favorite person that likes the China Show.
Yep.
Consider putting one in your closet because this is the last chance you get.
Yep,
Right.
absolutely.
That's it.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much, and thank you for supporting us if you do decide to get a shirt. It's so
Yes.
cool to see people wearing these.
Yes,
We've had people send photos and stuff. It's awesome.
it is awesome.
Yeah, you can also get stickers.
Yep.
Right, time to carry on with the show, and it's Slopaganda time. Now, one thing about China these days is the whole EV sector, the whole hoo-ha around the EVs. Here you got that knockoff Porsche, right? And at least the airbag's deployed, but look, the entire front suspension, the whole knuckle broke off, and that's not normal.
No.
Okay.
No, Chinese netizens are like, why?
Yeah, I mean, look, we're car guys. We've owned lots of cars. I've restored a bunch of cars. I have a lot of old cars. I've got cars that are older than me, and I've never had this happen. Not good. But that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about EV fires.
Yeah.
We'll start simple with the delivery bike. Okay? Now, when these things hit thermal runaway, like this, you cannot put the fire out. Okay? As much as you can try, like they are now with fire extinguishers, it will not go out. Okay? That's just the nature of lithium-ion batteries.
Yeah.
It's very dangerous. They burn with an incredible intensity. Right? Far worse than any kind of gasoline fire.
Yeah.
And in fact, they shoot out like a flamethrower
Yeah.
very often, like a huge jet of searing hot flame. It's very common to see Chinese EVs on fire in China. It's not reported on very much. You know? Get us out of here so you can see.
这什么车啊？不是特斯拉，这
比亚迪，比亚迪跟蔚来，这烧的是比亚迪烧的。我操，不带人吗？里面？
人应该在这。我操！
我操！
This guy's pretty slow with his what's up.
我操！
Yeah. Anyway, like you get the idea.
Yeah.
It's common. I mean, if you've ever watched my channel, I always talk about this stuff. I'm always sharing these things on Twitter. But you see these fires, and it's a problem.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a massive problem. Once that battery hits thermal runaway, the car is 100% loss, and anything in the vicinity is in 100% loss.
It
Yes.
engulfs.
Yeah, and if you're unfortunate enough not to escape in time, your entire family is at a loss too. And unfortunately, there have been a number of incidents because the fancy door handles won't open, you know, and those hidden away door handles, and
It's like Final Destination.
it's horrible. It's like the worst thing. But don't worry, China now has a solution,
cool,
guys.
Cool. That's good. That's good.
The CVCR-TRC.
Okay.
The China.
That reminds me of.
Oh, it reminds me of
CPPCC.
Yes, CPPCC.
That's right. It's the CVCR-TRC.
The China Vehicle Collision Repair Technical and Research Center.
Okay, what did they do?
They demonstrated how a vehicle built by FAW can explosively jettison a damaged battery pack in the event of a serious fault. Now, the way they're marketing this is it's like an airbag, okay? When it detects there's a problem, it can, using an explosive charge, jettison the trouble battery. In fact, they've got a demonstration. You want to see it? Here you go. Let's see.
9月19日，中国汽车碰撞理论技术研究中心联合金盛电子推出。
电池处最新处理办法，没想到是电池弹射技术，它能一键将电池
Where
弹
are
射
you
到车外
shooting
3到 6
Well,
米
it can
的距
go
离。这做
3 to
法
6
简直
meters
是
away from the
大
car,
众
which is enough to save the car, you see. Because if it's 3 to 6 meters away, you probably won't burn the car.
How poetic is this, or how apt is this for Chinese society where nobody cares about strangers. It's like,
Yes.
I won't burn to death, but I'm gonna launch a missile at a family
flaming explosive lithium-ion battery into a crowded bus stop or into a schoolyard or into, I don't know, under a cement truck.
Shooting the battery doesn't solve the problem.
No, it doesn't. But okay, here's the thing. There are a few things I'd like people to take from
It was
this.
shot under a bunch of EVs.
Yes, exactly. It could go
9月
anywhere.
19日，中国汽车碰撞维修技术研究中心联合精神电子
Making
推
this up.
电池是我最新处理办法，没想到。
Yeah, now, there's one thing that's important to take away from this. There are a lot of EV zealots out there, okay? And I get it. You guys love EVs. You think it's better. You keep saying like, oh, they're more like internal combustion engine fires than there are EV fires. I mean, take into consideration, we've got cars on the road that are like 80, 90 years old. We got a lot of cars in bad condition that are catching fire. EVs are all new. They're all brand new, the latest technology. They're all, you still get tons of fires. And they're bad. But if it wasn't a problem, China wouldn't have tried to invent this. If it wasn't a problem in China, if it wasn't such a huge issue that batteries are catching fire and setting cars alight and killing people and burning everything down, they wouldn't have developed a way to get rid of these bad batteries that are catching fire.
I mean, the process of doing this is hilarious.
It's so stupid. But okay, I just wanted to drive that home. If it wasn't a problem, they wouldn't be looking for solutions. You understand?
Yeah, for
We
sure.
don't have a way for an internal combustion engine car to like jettison the fuel tank.
Yeah, yes.
You know what I mean?
What if it did that one? Shoots flaming
Same
gas.
thing. Anyway, so it's interesting because I think now what they've done is they've done something very interesting.
是电池弹射技术，它能一键将电池弹射到车外3到6米的距离，这做法简直就是大聪明啊！如果是在空旷的地方还好，
You
但
can
如
see
果
like
是在
where
道
the
路上或
explosive
者
charges
停
are
车
in there to
那
like
旁边的
jettison
车
it
咋
out.
办？路过的行人咋办？本来电池起火有保险的话，还能够赔新车，车主皆大欢喜啊！但如果伤到了别人，那可能第三者都不够赔了。同意。
So now burn your driveway
Right.
will become
9月19日，
burn your domicile,
中国汽车碰撞维修
burn your dormitory,
一键将电池弹射到
burn your defense. They're playing soccer.
9月19日，
Burn your day job.
一键将电池弹射到
Burn your delivery. Yes, because it went under the
中国
truck.
汽车碰撞维修
This is all a joke.
Burn your DC charger. Because that's a charging station.
9月19日，
Burn your diesel truck.
中国汽车碰撞维修
Burn your demolition. Yeah, so why not just rely on the tried and true way of China's EV battery removal?
What's that?
This.
Why is there two?
Because they're poorly put together. And they're heavy, right? So
Yeah,
the car
yeah,
falls over, it'll rip out.
That is.
Yeah.
It's not funny. It's actually
It's
bad.
ridiculous. It's
very
ridiculous.
dangerous.
You have to understand that China leads the world in Chinese EVs. When they say lead the world, it means they lead the world in the sheer amount of EVs built.
Yes.
There's so many poor quality, garbage, trash EVs in China.
Yeah.
Like the majority of them.
Yeah.
Because you see the good ones. You'll see the BYDs and the Xiaomis and the whatever, those are the ones that they're marketing to the rest of the world.
Yeah.
But
High
the
quality
the sheer amount of just crap ones that are in China is insane. That's why they can say we're the world leader in EVs. You're the world leader in building low quality garbage, and then you've got like some good ones that you market outwardly, right?
Yeah.
But these low quality garbage ones are a huge issue in China.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Very dangerous.
Very dangerous. Anyway, these EVs won't burn without a charge because if a lithium-ion battery doesn't have a charge in it, it's not going to burn.
True.
But charging can also be challenging, as you can see here. Yeah, there's a lot of charger fights.
Yeah, cool. The Chinese government's been pushing everyone to get EVs, right?
Yes, there are not enough charging stations. Even though they got a lot everywhere, it's still not enough. That headlight.
Wait a second. Wait a
Yeah,
second.
yeah.
It's the Atlanta Falcons.
It is.
It's the NFL team.
I've been seeing the stupid headlights. Sorry, I had to go back. I've been seeing it a lot because
What the heck?
it's a Trump cheat.
I didn't know Trumpchi is the name of the car brand.
It's a
I used to
Trumpchi.
see those in China when they
Yes.
were gas cars.
Yes. Why is it called a Trump cheat?
I have no idea.
Do they like Trump and then like maybe
Chi.
Trump's
Maybe.
car. I don't know.
Maybe.
But anyway, it's a Trump chi.
Yeah. Maybe a Trump card.
Maybe. Anyway, that headlight has always bothered me because it looks hideous, right? And then you said that when I showed you last time that you recognized it, right?
Well, I'm a big NFL fan, and I was like, why is the Atlanta Falcons on this car? Is that a mod? And you said, no, that is not a custom mod. That is literally how the car comes. They stole the Atlanta Falcons logo.
Yeah, exactly. So I took the Atlanta Falcons. It's very similar, isn't it? It's almost the same.
Wow.
Anyway.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, isn't
it?
That's wild. So anyway, these Charger fights break because the problem with an EV is you have to sit there for like half an hour, 45 minutes, right?
Makes sense. Yeah.
There's another one of those.
Dude, there's another Atlanta Falcons guy.
Yes.
Look her around. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, I see it. Dude. China could have picked a better NFL team.
They certainly could.
What do you guys wanted to? Go Bills. Anyway, so this is my segment here. It's called Digital Death.
Soft power. This is the main part of our show. This is super important. This story is incredibly important, guys.
It is. This is one of the more important stories of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Digital death is a new phenomenon.
Yes.
In fact, it's been codified. After doing some deep digging into this topic, I was able to find the actual Chinese government documents.
Yes.
They are public domain.
Yeah.
But they're not for like Westerners to consume because they don't want people to know the rhyme or reason behind what they do.
Yeah.
What China's been doing is effectively killing people online. So they'll take somebody that has millions and millions of followers and they'll delete all their accounts, right?
Yes.
But they'll go further than that. They'll delete all their accounts and then any mirrored content of that person. So let's say you are a famous Chinese vlogger and you talk about phones.
Yeah.
It's phone technology or something.
Sure.
And then they're like, we got to get rid of this guy for whatever reason.
Yeah.
They'll delete your account. They'll delete all of your subsidiary accounts on like picture Instagram or Twitter and all that
every
kind of stuff.
single
the
thing.
Chinese equivalent of those. Your Weibo goes, your Bilibili goes, all the Chinese equivalents, right? Not only do they do that, they'll find every instance of every piece of material you've posted or someone has mirrored, delete those, and then if you're sensitive enough, like in this case that I'm about to talk about, your name will become banned.
Yes.
Right? Your name and your really your digital soul, like any instance or memory of you becomes wiped. And it becomes a legal issue.
Yes.
So what's happened here? And
well, I mean, even before you continue, you when you put it in that fashion, it really is like killing someone.
Especially in China.
And especially in this day and age,
Yeah.
because it's as if you don't exist anymore.
Correct.
If you cannot Google someone's name, and I mean, imagine they did just take any random person, Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt, everybody knows Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
But imagine all of his movies suddenly disappear.
Yeah.
Every single post and every magazine article and every like whatever thing that's about him, those tabloids and stuff, all get deleted.
Yep.
And if you try to type Brad Pitt into Google, nothing returns. Nothing. And that name is now blocked. Never mind people that knew that he existed. So
Yeah.
you and I have watched Brad Pitt movies. We'll know him, but then like he'll fade out of memory. He won't be in any new movies. You cannot search his name anymore. But then your kids, they don't know about him.
No.
They will never be able to see his movies. They won't be able to research him. He doesn't
Sure.
exist anymore.
Yes.
He's dead.
Pretty much. The worst part about this is
Yeah.
this coincides with like oftentimes real disappearance.
Yes.
So why they do this is number one, to get whoever they're against it out of the public sentiment.
Yes.
Out of the public view. And then that gives them a clear path to basically take that person and disappear them physically, right?
Yeah.
To make sure that they never show up again.
Yeah.
So don't think that this is just an online disappearance. This is a
Oh
real
yes,
life
yeah. They can
disappearance as
they
well.
take that person away
Yeah.
because then he'll never be seen again, and people can't discuss him or even know about him anymore.
It's true.
It's quite scary.
So we're gonna follow this guy Hu Chenfeng. Okay,
Yes.
Hu Chenfeng has become a martyr
Yes.
for China in possibly the most insane reasons surrounding it, but I was able to ascertain probably why this happened.
Okay, so it started in 2023.
So yeah, we actually covered this back in 2023. So let's. This is his
There's a
first
guy that-
start.
okay, this is us,
Play
right?
this, yeah,
okay,
this
I'll
is
get us out of here.
That was going around and finding poor people, not on purpose. He would just look at someone. How much do you spend on groceries? And then he would reimburse them for their groceries.
Yeah, like China's Mr. Beast. We called it.
Yeah, it's like kind of China's Mr. Beast.
If
right?
if Mr. Beast only like gave people
100,
like
said 15
$10,
bucks,
yeah, I'm gonna give you 10 iPhone stickers.
Yeah.
That type of thing.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, let's see.
你来成都是在这儿
我跟着儿的啊。
跟着儿子来这儿的，来这儿多久了？
离离我叫我就在这打工，我老婆走了，就跟着儿子了。
那你之前做什么工作呢？
我啥工作不得，就是跟那些当保姆做家具。
那你现在有收入吗？
我的收入啊，我都没得，我78了。
没有养老金吗？
没得。
那孩子现在做什么呢？
儿子工程师，他有2个儿子，还在读书，要用钱。
那你平时花钱怎么办呢？
花钱？就是我家找他。
那这是去干嘛呢？
我去买点米呀嘛。
这样，我跟你去超市，你买什么我来给钱。今天要买点什么？
我就是买点米，我也没几个人。
咱们今天给婆婆买点米，也要买点肉。
Yeah. Okay, so
back in 2023, what this guy did was really nothing anti-China whatsoever.
No, that's really feel good. It's like helping out, people in need.
Yes. The problem is Xi Jinping had just declared victory over poverty. And when you declare victory over poverty, it means it doesn't exist. So what he did was not a challenge to the government. That's not what he's trying to do. He's literally trying to make a feel-good video where he helps poor people, right?
Yeah.
But instead, the government took it as, you're actually just showing that there's poor people in China. And remember, in China, the biggest, number one enemy to the government is literally the truth.
Yes, they can't stand the truth.
Hate truth.
Yeah.
And the truth is hundreds of millions of Chinese people are poor. Right?
That's correct.
And a lot of them don't get any sort of government pension. It's the People's Republic of China. It's supposed to be a communist government. It's supposed to be very socialist, supposed to hand out stuff to poor people. It doesn't. It just doesn't, right? Very cutthroat society, right? They don't have social safety nets.
No.
So the issue was this guy, Hu Chenfeng, he was showing this, and unintentionally people are like, crap, I didn't realize how poor our country is.
Yeah,
right?
I know. They were like, wait, there's poverty? Because, if you're a middle-class person living in the city in Shanghai or something, you don't see that kind of thing. Or at least you're not exposed to it because it's all cleared away from the internet, right? Unless you personally know someone who's in that situation. So when he made these videos, people started to see, hey, why are there so many poor people?
Yeah.
Why is there an elderly woman who can't afford rice,
Because China's trying to, what they do is they spend billions of dollars on trying to make America look like the most unequal place in the world.
Yes.
When in fact, China is so much worse.
So much worse.
I mean, you have people in Ferraris.
Yes.
And you have people that literally make under $100 a year. Right?
Yes,
So
exactly.
it's like the income inequality, you just can't fathom it until you go there and get a little bit outside of a city.
Correct.
You go, oh, wow, this is a different world, right? So what happened is he inadvertently highlighted this. So this kind of, in my theory, put him on the government's shit list.
Yeah, I mean, they actually removed those videos.
They did.
Like the one we just showed you there got removed because they didn't want people to see that.
He hadn't suffered a digital death, though.
No.
He also never challenged the government and said, hey, government, this is the reality, and I'm going to stand up for myself. He never did. He just rolled with it, right?
Yeah.
And so, again, unintentional.
Correct.
Guy's a patriot, by the way. He's very pro-China.
He's a nationalist.
Yeah. So then the next year, this is the incident.
The incident.
Okay, so what he used to do is he used to have live streams. So he would do vlogs, obviously, like that.
Yes.
But then he'd have live streams where he would talk about
As you do.
technology or just very base level politics, just stuff, safe stuff.
Safe stuff.
And he would take on callers. So people would call. He's famous, right?
Yeah.
People would call in and they'd say, "Hey, what do you think I should do for my job in the future?"
Yeah.
Right. Hey, I need some advice. I also studied technology like you. What can I do? It's just base level stuff.
Sure.
But this happened on his live stream.
Let's take a look. I'll get us out of there. You got subtitles, right?
I do.
Okay. The Incident 2024. Hu Chengfeng.
说什么
He's？getting there.
我想说，你认为习他是一个独裁者吗？
这种人严重违反直播规范啊！这种人严重违反直播规范，我第一时间给他挂掉。这种人疯了吧？这种人是不是疯了？我的天哪，这种人太可怕了！这种人肯定有人找他的，这种人肯定有人找他，这种人疯掉了。这种人，你怎么能违反直播规范呢？我的天哪！我第一时间给他挂掉了啊！第一时间给他挂掉了。这种人，你自己承担自己的法律后果。我的天哪，这种人太可怕了！这种人。
All right, pause it real quick.
That's a problem. I mean, imagine being that scared.
So what happened, if you're listening and you don't speak Chinese, for our listeners out there, a person called into his live stream.
Yeah.
And they asked a simple question.
They asked a question.
By the way, a very normal question in the rest of the world.
Sure.
They said, do you think Xi is a dictator? Our leader.
Xi Jinping, yeah.
He just used Xi.
Yeah, it just said Xi. Our leader Xi.
Do you think Xi is a dictator? And he lost it, right? This Hu Chenfeng guy. He's like,
shit.
Because he knows you can't even speak about him even in a positive way if it could be misconstrued as some sort of questioning, right? So in this case, he's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this crazy dude called in and asked something like that. He's not, Hu Chenfeng is not doing anything here. He's not breaking the Chinese law.
He platformed that sentence.
Correct.
He allowed that sentence to be heard by however many people were watching.
In China, your family is guilty for your crimes?
Yes.
In China, you are guilty for someone that you are around.
Yes.
Right? It's not a rule. There's no rule of law in China, right? So he's in a situation here where this guy asked an illegal question in China, but he's the one that technically platformed him. So you see the reaction, right?
Yeah,
it's an unnatural
he
reaction.
immediately tried to
world.
shift the blame. It's like, oh, it's not me. I hung up on him. He's going to have to deal with his consequences. He's crazy. It had nothing to do with me, because he's immediately trying to distance himself from that. Like, I'm not saying that. That wasn't me.
Some people think he was set up. Some people think that they did this to get him higher up on the list to get rid of him before he became a big problem.
Right.
On the Chinese internet. It doesn't matter. The outcome is that after that, he posted this, and I translated it so you can play it a little bit. This is when it starts to get spooky. Okay.
Sure.
This gets very spooky. It says, due to illness, I will be gone for 3 days right after that stream.
Yeah.
Again, he didn't do anything.
Nope.
Right. Number one, I don't even want to get into the morality of like, you should be able to ask that question anyway.
Yeah.
But like, even within Chinese guidelines, he didn't do anything.
Yes.
He did not do that.
But he obviously got a call or a visit, and then all of a sudden he went completely silent for 3 days. Now, don't forget, people like this are perpetually online. Okay.
Yes.
This is their livelihood. They are online day and night. Doesn't matter if they got a cold or something, they will still be online for the whole day.
Yeah, so what's interesting is that this was, when they did this, it's actually a type of like intimidation the Chinese government uses, where they want you to publicly go out there and they want people to know that what you did is wrong, but they don't want to take responsibility for it.
Sure.
So when people see this, they actually don't think he's sick. And the Chinese government knows that nobody's going to believe that he's sick.
Yeah.
He's going to be gone for 3 days. They want to, it's kind of like a warning shot. You like shoot it out there and you go, you guys don't, like the millions of people that watch this, don't do what just happened.
Yes.
I never let this happen.
Correct.
So that was creepy. And a lot of his accounts were actually over a period of 5 times were restricted. Not removed, but restricted.
Restricted, like basically suspended.
Suspended. He wasn't able to stream, things like this, right?
It's like that time I told that old fart. I said, go jump in a lake. And I got my Twitter account suspended for encouraging bodily harm.
Yeah.
Because I told him to go jump in a lake.
Shouldn't mess with those China shills.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't make any jokes with them.
No.
Anyway, it reminded me of this. This is actually almost an identical scenario. I think this is back in 2019.
Okay.
But this guy here is a famous streamer on the left.
Yes.
So in 2019, he also had a caller in. So this is before this instance, by the way. I just wanted to harken back to this.
Okay, so somebody
Watch
called
his
in
face.
and he said, whose offspring are you?
呀，你是谁呀？
我他妈习近平他儿子，你谁呀？我他妈习近平他儿子，你谁呀？
Wow, look at all the blood go out of his face.
Yeah, just like that's it. The reason I threw this in here is I want you guys to understand how crazy the lack of freedom of speech is in China.
Yeah.
The guy, you can tell by someone's reaction.
Yeah.
Someone made a joke, and the whole point was they were kind of like going back and forth and taking the piss out of each other.
Yeah.
And the kid goes like, "Oh yeah, like you wouldn't you wouldn't mess with me if you knew who my dad was, you know, that kind of thing."
Yeah, and he's like, "Well, who's your dad?"
Who's
and
your
he's
dad?
like,
Yeah.
He's like, "I'm Xi Jinping's son." As a
Yeah.
joke,
It's
obviously.
just a joke.
But because he said that, you can see the look on his face.
It's like saying
he knows he's in trouble now.
Yeah, it's like saying I'm I'm Trump's son. I'm Biden's son. I'm whatever son, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm Macron's son.
Yeah.
It's literally a joke.
It is a joke.
And a kid made a joke.
And we've all been in that kind of situation where we've gotten like the worst news ever, like a family member
Yeah.
died or something
Sure.
terrible's happened. Maybe someone stole all your money out of your bank account or
I
something.
think, yeah, a family
and
member died.
And you get that like, you get, it's almost like you've gotten punched in the face.
And it's like everything slows down.
It's like you see stars. You go lightheaded.
That's that.
You can tell.
Yeah, you can play this actually. I think I had a thing here.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. So this is Yao Shuige, suffered a digital death. This is a good example. All of his accounts were removed.
Just from that.
There's rumors that he had some like subsidiary accounts, some smaller accounts that maybe have resurfaced in some aspect. This is like 6 years ago. And again, what did he do?
Nothing.
He did nothing.
Yeah.
He didn't do it, right?
Yeah.
Number one, what happened isn't wrong.
Yeah.
Number two, they get punished, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy,
Back
right?
to our main guy, the day here.
So this is where it gets real bad. Okay. Just play this real quick.
This is very
This is
recent.
now. Yeah, this is
okay,
just
this
now.
is why this has happened.
Yes.
商店上架的软件都必须符合苹果的标准，那软件开发也是有标准的。
So he's streaming.
而且如
This is
果
our guy.
说
Okay.
你不经过苹果官方商店下载软件，你被坑了，
This is Hu Chenfeng.
那不好意思，那只能自认倒
So
霉。
he went on
但
this
是如果
dialogue.
通过
Okay.
苹果
Okay, I'll take it down. Yeah, explain what he's saying.
And what happened here? And you can
你
play
是
it here.
典型的安卓逻辑，
No, just let him finish. Yeah.
Okay, I gotta get out of
Yeah,
there so
that's
people
fine.
can see it.
安卓人士、安卓学历、安卓素质、安卓语法、安卓态度，是学校安卓学校。
Okay, pause that. So he was talking about, and this is masterful stuff. He was having a live stream about Apple and Android. Okay.
Yes.
And he's making the argument with some callers that were calling in that, we're here in China, we're always slamming Apple products, slamming American products and stuff. But the reality is that there is a layer of protection you get with Apple, because if an app goes onto the App Store, 99.99999% of these apps are safe. They're not going to be a security risk.
Yeah.
You can trust them because they had to not only go through Apple's stringent processes, but just to be hosted on the App Store. It's not like an open source app that you would have on something like an Android, right?
Sure.
So
Especially,
he's like,
you have to understand, Chinese phones, they have Android, but it's not like what you're used to. It's like a chopped up version because Google products are all banned in China. So, Android, is not going to work with everything. So they have like hacked versions and they're trash. They've got all this side-loaded junk on them. And on top of that, like Huawei has the Harmony OS, which is just based, it's a skin on top of an open source Android build. So it's all this like janky stuff.
Yeah.
Just to put that into context.
yes. So this is the quote
Yeah.
from said stream that went viral, because what happened was it was a very poetic thing he did. He used phones as a way to criticize the thinking in society, but also the classes, the division of classes in society. So it was almost a tongue-in-cheek way of saying, I'm an Apple guy, right? Like I am higher quality and you guys are just using Android logic, right?
Yes.
Because phones are so important to Chinese people and they're such a part and parcel part of their day and their lives and who they are, that it became a way of kind of masking a huge problem in society right now, which is the growing disparity between classes, right?
Yes.
And turns out this is something that China does not want in the slightest.
Of course
I was
not.
able to prove it, actually.
Okay, let's take a look.
So if you look at this, this is the office of the Central Cyberspace Affairs Commission.
Looks so welcoming. Doesn't it look like such an awesome, institute or whatever?
It does. I found some documents here. You can go ahead and play until you get to an English version so we can actually have the people watching understand. But these documents are important. I've actually linked to them.
Okay, they're
down
in the
below.
description. Yeah.
But this is the first one I found was this: in 2024, the National Network Information System will severely crack down on network violations, effectively maintain cyberspace clarity. It says in 2024, the National Network Information System will adhere to the guidance of Xi Jinping thought on socialism with Chinese characteristics for a new era, especially Xi Jinping thought on the rule of law. Xi Jinping thought on culture and General Secretary Xi Jinping's important thought on network power. Implement the spirit of the National Network Information Work Conference and comprehensively promote strict standardization of fair and civilized law enforcement.
I like that Xi Jinping's important thought, by the way, sucks. Okay, and Xi Jinping knows nothing about networks.
Right.
And when you read this and it's like network violations, I'm thinking, oh yeah, don't use the wrong IP address or something. But no, it just means don't say anything contrary to Xi Jinping thought.
Correct. And so if you dig deeper,
Yeah.
what I was able to ascertain here was that something recently just happened.
Should we start calling the Gestapo over there the network administrators?
Yeah.
Cracking down on
Yes.
network violations. You said the wrong thing. Anyway.
So what's interesting is if you go to the next one, I think I put it here. Either way, I do have some notes here. Yeah, this one. This just came out. So that was last year, right?
Yes,
so
you
that
can see the
coincides-
date over there. It's
Yeah.
the 22nd of this month.
For sure. So that
a few days ago.
That last one we just showed you, that last document, coincides with the first thing that happened to him back
Yes,
during that
yeah.
Xi Jinping incident.
Yeah,
where they
exactly.
mentioned it. It's perfectly
Xi Jinping
lines up,
thought, yeah.
Right? The second one perfectly lines up with what just happened to him, which we'll get into in a second. But I want to read this new law.
Oh, okay.
In order to rectify negative emotional problems, such as malicious provocation of confrontation and promotion of violence and hostility, and creating more civilized and rational network environment, the Cyberspace Administration of China recently issued a notice to deploy Qinglang rectification of malicious provocation of negative emotional problems is a nationwide special action, okay?
Okay.
The relevant person in charge of the Cyberspace Administration of China said this special operation focuses on social networking, short videos, live streaming, and other platforms, comprehensively investigating key links such as topics, lists, recommendations, barrages, comments, and they strive to rectify the following problems. Number one, investigating extreme antagonistic feelings in groups. Using hot social events to forcibly label and stigmatize information related to their identity, region, etc., and stir up conflict among groups, right? Using topics such as film and television works, talk shows, sporting events to encourage fan circle groups to maliciously attack and abuse and organize batch reports and complaints. So they go on to say, like, you can't basically organize any sort of like, no, this is better than this, right? Because they don't want people to get riled up.
Sure.
The other thing is promoting panic anxiety. They're trying to get rid of this.
Okay.
Maliciously fabricating and disseminating disaster, dangerous, police, and emergencies that may affect public safety, and forge and publish government department announcements. Using insider information and other methods to piece together and edit use of matrix accounts to concoct and spread rumors and information about the economy, finance, society, people's livelihoods, public policies, fictitious distortions that cause details and progress, blah, blah, blah.
Hang on a second. So what they're explaining there is what they're currently doing on Twitter
Literally.
and on TikTok
Literally.
to America and
Yes.
other countries. Every single thing that they're cracking down on is what the Chinese government and Chinese bots are doing on Twitter.
That's literally why I put this in here. This document,
dude,
is their playbook.
Stupid wankers like Flatcap McDonald's going onto Twitter and saying China's eradicated poverty, but here, look at America's like everyone's homeless and stuff. That is that.
It's asymmetric warfare.
Those people that are taking advantage of tragedies in America in the news, like Charlie Kirk and stuff, to
Or
try and
BLM or
to
anything.
try and make division and stuff. That is that.
Yes.
So this is very telling.
Yep.
When they crack down on something at home, it's because that's what they're doing abroad. And they're
guys
seeing
should-
how effective it is.
You guys should read through this because I won't go through the whole thing, but it's very important because that's why I put this in here.
Yeah.
They literally don't want English speakers to see this.
Yeah.
Because this is just for at home, right?
Yes.
This is how we control. They're trying to control every last drop of information to the point where now they can ban people and arrest people for just being negative.
Dude, not only do they use their stupid wanker shill foreign people and their nationalists and their 50 Cent Army, Chinese state media, Chinese like Global Times, CGTN, China Daily, all that, they're constantly doing exactly this.
Yes.
Except on Western social media platforms.
It's asymmetric warfare.
It's asymmetric. It's immoral, and they should be completely blocked. The Great Firewall of China should go both ways at this point because it's so immoral what they're doing, and they're causing so much damage across the world with their stupid propaganda and their underhanded ways of taking advantage.
It's very, very, very immoral what they're doing in terms of they're literally trying to cause the collapse of America from
They
the
are.
inside.
They're trying their best. And, they take advantage of loopholes and freedom of speech on social media, but they don't allow it at home.
But it's just government accounts.
It's only the government. They don't allow actual Chinese people to access it.
So you know how the first document I read through a little bit of coincided with the second event of him getting restricted and all that kind of stuff, right? This second document coincides with what happened after that Android statement.
Yeah, exactly.
Because what happened to him just recently is actually, this is just an article in English you can read if you want to read more about that law.
Yes.
But Hu Chunfeng was completely removed off the internet. Yeah. In fact, nobody knows where he is physically.
Like completely.
He's gone.
You cannot subscribe to his accounts.
They're gone. No, the accounts are gone.
Yeah. You cannot do anything. So obviously this has sparked something because a lot of Chinese people watch him. He's kind of their hero. He's their, role model. He's their Wang Hong, as they say.
Shouldn't have poked the bear on this one, and I'll tell you why. This is not a guy they can get rid of by saying, oh, he was like an anti-China force.
No, because he was nationalist.
He was a pro-China force. He was just he lived in reality.
Yeah, exactly. He was a nationalist, right? He was all for China,
Very much a normal Chinese guy that just preferred to live in reality and be like, help people.
He's the kind of guy who would hate us, for instance. I'm pretty sure.
Not necessarily. We don't know.
We don't know. But I'm just saying, like, we're on his side. Like, we're on his side because of the
being
fact
truthful,
that he actually stood up there and he did good things.
Yeah.
And he went against the grain.
Yeah, but
even just
not
slightly.
even maliciously.
Just slightly, just because he was a good guy.
Yeah, just because he wanted to help people.
Yeah. Anyway, so what's resulted in is people are now putting his photo on phones around the world at Apple stores.
China, France. You just play this whole thing. I have a ton
You
of
know
these.
why? It's because of that whole Apple. I'm an Apple person instead of an Android person. So people are going to Apple stores around the entire world and they're putting him as the background on all the demo phones, which I think is quite fantastic.
Cool. It's pretty cool.
Because he's now got more of an image around the world than, I don't know, some of the CCP, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, they made him into a martyr.
Yes.
And I think they didn't.
See, there he is.
I didn't think they would think people would be so passionate about this, but the reason I said they shouldn't have poked the bear is that in this case, you made a martyr out of a guy that was on your side.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like when people broke the law and brought up Xi Jinping and stuff, he was on the CCP side and was like, don't break the rules. He was a rule follower. You know what I mean?
100%.
So it's like people are making these posts about how he's going to be the real leader of China should be him, basically. His thought represents the Chinese people better than the average CCP leadership. And that's what this is spiraling into.
Yes.
And that's the CCP's worst nightmare.
It is. They don't want people to even look into this guy or remember him.
They just want
him erased.
And they did. They erased him, right?
Yeah.
But the problem is, like, they're putting him, they're making
a Xi Jinping thought book.
But it's him.
Yeah.
It's literally
That's
Hu
pretty
Chunfeng.
bad. Yeah, that's bad. Xi Jinping's not going to like that.
No, this is blowing up in their face bad.
Yeah.
This is not a good one. People are making their own. You can go to like those Guanggao shops, those advertisement shops. You can print your own textbooks. In fact, people don't buy textbooks in China.
Yeah.
They go, one person gets one, and then they make thousands of copies. But they're always this terrible quality.
Oh, of course.
People are making Hu Chunfeng thought books out of his like doctrine, basically.
Yeah, like in all of his quotes and stuff. It's pretty insane.
Just to make sure he doesn't suffer a fully digital death.
Yes.
And what was interesting is that this guy here, there's this guy at this music performance, right? Mm-hmm. It was inside of the concert hall of the Beijing National Center for Performing Arts.
This is related in a way.
This is less than 100 meters from Zhongnanhai.
Yeah, and for those of you who don't know, that's kind of like the White House.
Yes. It's the CCP headquarters.
Yes, yeah.
So less than 100 meters, this guy had the least controversial thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I've never seen a less controversial phrase be uttered at a part where there's no music playing, just so he can express his sentiment. Shall we see what he said?
Yeah. Okay. He said, well, it cuts off in the beginning. He said, read what he says and we'll play.
He says, I'm Chinese. This is a turbulent world full of conflicts. We should cooperate to solve problems, not confront each other.
Yeah, so they managed to catch the last, but someone called on the phone.
It's just an educated, smart guy trying to be eloquent, spread a message. A message of positivity, by the way.
Yeah.
So the staff settled in on him, and they're like, nah.
Yeah,
you can get out of here. But then they actually brought him out, and nobody knows what happened to him after that.
Yeah.
This was during an intermission, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, during an intermission, he wasn't disrupting anyone. He was actually fairly quiet.
Yeah.
And nobody knows what happened after that.
You can't stand up and make statements.
Nope.
Even
if they're positive.
The nail that stands up gets hammered down, and China's the most, the best example of that.
Yeah.
The squeaky wheel gets the grease. Yeah, that type of thing. Anyway, moving on from that. That is a very important story. This guy, he's now been disappeared.
Wu Chenfeng?
Yes. Yeah. And I'm telling you what, guys, like, we have to keep his memory alive.
For sure.
We've got to keep talking about this
Even
guy.
if we disagreed with most of what he said.
Yes, 100%.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's move on to some unpaid wage revenge, shall we? Okay, let's lighten the mood a bit. Or, I don't know if it's really lighting it, but... well, in a way. Yes. Because, okay, we've been telling you week in and week out, and I know you guys are probably a bit tired of all this, but, people's wages are not being paid. So you always see these guys turning up at the construction sites, and they climb up to the top of the roof, and they threaten to ground level, because they want their money that's owed to them, sometimes up to 4 years of wages. These guys are just like slaving away, not getting paid. They are literally slaves at this point. So many. And it's not just private companies. It's state. It's mostly state.
It seems like it.
Yeah, state-owned enterprises.
Seems like it.
Yeah, from what we've seen. And so we've had all these different things, but now people are starting to fight back occasionally. Because the thing is, you make too much of a stink, then you lose. Not only do you not get your money, but you actually will never see your money because you get replaced. I wanted to show an example of two gentlemen over here. Okay. One of them on the September 17th in Jinan, and the other one in September 19th, Guiyang. This is a good, 1,800 kilometers. It's a good 19-hour drive if you were to drive it, right? So this is to prove a point. 2 days apart, 2,000 kilometers apart.
Separate events.
Yeah. Now, of course, there are many more everywhere. Yes. But again, so many times it's hard for people to visualize. When we show something, like we show a guy protesting outside an office and we show another one, they think maybe it's in the same neighborhood. Now, China's a big country and this stuff is happening around the entire country.
Sure.
So these two guys, both were not paid, both owed lots of wages, both had sledgehammers. So China's hammer bros. Let's take a look what they got up to. Because they just finished these projects.
Oh, okay. These are new.
Yeah.
If you didn't see it before.
Yeah.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Pay your workers.
Yeah, pay your workers. But not only that, this guy's like, screw his boss's cars. And this guy, I'm just going to pause it there.
Sure.
This guy didn't pay his wages, so he went in. He's doing the mosquito chikungunya virus or whatever. So that is poison. It's like insecticide that he's spraying. So
okay, don't support this.
Yeah, his wages were not paid, so he walked into the building and just started spraying everywhere. So the cops had to get him out. Yeah.
Bollard.
Bollard Report.
Bollard Report.
Bollard.
Nice.
Bollard Report is where we tell you about why China has so many bollards everywhere. It's a national policy to stop vehicular manslaughter, which has become a huge trend. Every week, people are running people over on purpose. It's murder. True. It's terrible.
It's true.
However, we use this report sometimes to show you just anything related to vehicular hijinks.
Yeah, okay, so this guy's about to reverse his car, right?
It's Cherry, by the way. It's a copy of Chevy.
Yes,
They
Cherry.
call it
I had a Cherry.
You had a Cherry.
Except mine was like their Reach brand, Rich, with two eyes.
But it was better than Rich. They had to make it Reach.
Yeah, and
That's
had
a
the
Reach.
Remember, it had the Bentley logo, but with an R, because they just took the B and changed it, so it was a Rentley.
Yes, it was. It was one of the worst cars I've ever driven in my life.
It was very bad. Yeah. Anyway, this guy's about to reverse. Okay, let's see. Oh, what? He hit something?
What did he hit? Come on, that's pretty good.
That's pretty funny.
That's pretty freaking funny. Okay, so this woman has one of these shit EVs. Sorry, lack of better words, terrible EVs.
Exactly. Like I said, China's like, we're the leader in EV manufacturing. Yes, because they make 1 billion of these little crap ones.
Yeah.
So it's very easy to put down on paper. Oh, look. Yeah. Anyway, so she's got a little one, and
it got away from her self-driving.
Because they're so bad quality that the accelerator just stuck.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
So she's trying to stop it, right?
Yeah. Ouch. Okay.
She's fine. I'm laughing because she's fine. She got
she's
out.
fine. Oh, it's coming back. Get out of there. What are you doing?
Dude. Just
this thing is like hammering cars everywhere. Oh boy. It's just hit over the bike. Oh, she's casually like, what am I going to do?
Her HP is dwindling.
Yes.
She's at 10 HP now.
For sure. Oh man, poor lady.
That should have had the Benny Hill sound.
Oh yeah, we got hit by
copyright.
copyright when we used that last. Yeah.
Did she stop it? I never finished the clip, so I actually don't know.
Oh, and someone else reversed. Oh boy, and then she gets into it. Yeah. Still, that's crazy.
That's your Bollard report today. Beyond the Great Firewall is we take you inside the Chinese internet and tell you what they're saying.
Yes.
So in this one, we have 10,000 jin per move.
2.0.
2.0.
And why this is a worry.
All right. What is this about?
A jin is a measurement of weight.
It's about a pound.
Yeah, exactly. It's about half a kilogram.
Yeah.
And a mu is like a distance?
Yeah, it's like it's like 0.1 acres.
Yeah, something like that, right? So it's like a
tenth of an
area.
acre.
It's area and weight.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
So think of a field.
Right, let's throw in a caddy here and there.
Yeah, but let's get everyone on the same page here.
Yes.
We're talking about how many pounds of
acreage
of a crop can you get per an acre. Right?
Yes, bear with us. Okay, so there's CCTV put out this this show, okay?
Okay.
It's called Business Wisdom. And a farmer stated that his family's 50 mu of rice, so that means it's 8.2 acres of rice.
Yeah.
Would be able to put out 750,000 jin in this year. You can actually listen to him say it here. Okay.
I don't think you can. I don't hear any audio.
I added it.
Oh, okay.
There it is.
Yeah, 75万, yeah.
Okay, so let's look at some fun facts with regards to rice yields. In fact, this is so fun and interesting.
Wow. It is. This is actually interesting because of a very serious reason.
Okay, average rice producing country like Japan, Vietnam, they put out about, 15,000 pounds per acre?
Okay, that's a lot.
The ideal lab condition. So this is if you were to, and this has been under very controlled conditions, right?
So growing rice in a lab.
Yeah, growing rice in a lab, perfect conditions, you can get up to 25,000 pounds per acre. That's a lot.
Not in real life.
Yeah, no, that's like in a greenhouse lab with perfect nutrients and weather controlled.
Okay.
Random Chinese farmer can apparently get 100,000 pounds per acre, 4 times the world record lab conditions. So for those of you who don't understand jins and moos and whatever, this guy literally claimed that he can produce huge, like 4 times the world record on his land.
Because of the great leadership of the CCP.
Yes,
what
exactly.
You're trying to get at here.
This is a problem, and I'll tell you why this is a problem. It's because this has happened before. That's why it's called the 10,000 jin per mu 2.0, because in the late 50s, there was this horrible situation where you had these communes producing wheat, and they were claiming that they could produce huge amounts, like 10,000 jin per mu, like this stupid amount, and everyone believed them. And they put out all this propaganda about it. But
in 1958.
Yes, 1958.
Which was the famine that killed tens of millions of Chinese people.
Yeah. And you had all this propaganda like satellites of wheat have launched in Qinghai, 8,000 per mu. The yields astonish the world. Over the miles, clashes of thunder and flashes of lightning mean that fortitude news is nigh.
That's not a good sign when they're lying about rice yields again.
Yes. They literally made wheat into satellites shooting up, by the way, which is stupid. Because they set up these satellite communes, right? That was the whole idea. They had these different places that would, make wheat that could feed the whole nation, you see. And they were like, it's so much, it's a surplus. In fact, you may have seen in the previous picture here, there's a very famous propaganda image, which I need to just show you again, which was going around showing children and people standing on the wheat because it was so thick, See that?
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I remember that image. Yeah.
Because it's in such abundance that it's so heavily packed that you can stand on it.
Well,
It's that.
Tens of millions of their compatriots were starving to death.
Yes.
At the same time.
But the problem is, it was stuff like this that led to that starvation because they're
Yes.
like, well, we've got so much
Yeah.
of it, we can give some away to the Soviet Union.
Yeah, so what
We
happened
can
was,
just-
by the way, they miscounted
Yeah.
on purpose because Mao, this is what happens when you have like a great helmsman like Xi Jinping or Mao
Yeah.
or Deng Xiaoping or any of these guys that command authoritarian power.
Yeah.
You have them say like, I need this amount of whatever, right? And people
Yeah.
go, oh, wow, that's very efficient. Everyone's going to work together. The problem is the people get in trouble if they don't deliver, like
Yes.
the local leaders. So local leaders started lying and be like, oh, yeah, we totally got that.
Oh, we do. In fact, it's more than.
There's more than
yeah.
that, and they would have to send in rotting grain. They would like put stones in it.
Yes.
And eventually, it turned out that China was running at a deficit of rice.
Yeah, they'd run out
and
of
wheat.
grain. Yeah.
So what they would do is Mao, who couldn't hear anything that contrary to what he had asked for,
Yeah.
would say, "Oh, we have such a surplus. Well, I'm going to send it to the Soviet Union." The
Yeah, we're
Soviet
gonna
Union's
sell
like, "Whoa, you guys are doing so well."
Thanks for the grain, bro.
He just wanted to like show off. to
Meanwhile,
the
everyone's
Soviets.
starving to
And they
death.
starved to death.
Yeah.
Yes, and this is when you see propaganda like this, it's a little worrying.
Yeah, that's why we're even bringing this up,
Yeah.
because if they're starting to do that kind of thing again, like, oh, we're overproducing,
Yeah.
it's so great, maybe they have a production problem.
That's also current North Korean propaganda, what they do.
Yes.
And we know they're not running
No.
a circle.
No, the farming in China sucks. We've seen it with our own eyes. So I'm sure we can expect more of this kind of thing in the future, but it'll be like these communes, dancing around.
This is new.
Yeah, I mean, this could be a touristy thing. Who knows? But it's just you can imagine that this is the kind of thing you're going to start to see.
I don't like the imagery.
No, and it's like, oh, we're going to, feed the people, the masses. Look at us, glorious wankers out here.
Yes.
With our inefficient farming, while everyone starves.
Yeah, this is another thing. I'll just brush through this quick. We're
Okay.
going way over, but she, you can pause it on there.
Okay.
She basically, this woman made a video about how China's trying to up the birth rate, right?
Mhm.
They're one of the lowest birth rate countries in the world right now. And the problem is there's a demographic collapse. There's not enough people to take care of the grandparents. There's no social safety net, so there's no one to take care of the older generation. It's going to cause a collapse.
Yeah.
Right? China will collapse if that happens.
Yes.
To its full veracity.
Sure.
Now, here's the deal. This woman is like, I'm seeing a lot of these videos being put out where there's like couples, like these idyllic couples, right? These idyllic couples that are living out these like fantasy relationships in the idea that the government's like, I like this kind of content because it's going to make more people want to get married and have children and then perhaps fix the demographic collapse. She's arguing that it's doing the opposite.
Well, it's unrealistic expectations. It's like the doting boyfriend who will always be there to provide for the wife and care about every Valentine's Day and put on a big show and candles and roses and and the other way around, the doting girlfriend who does everything for the boyfriend.
So the reason this is happening, these very, very, very unrealistic couples videos, is because most of the audience is female when they watch these clips. And the problem with that is that they're getting addicted to these AI boyfriend apps where basically making slaves out of these men.
Yes.
And they're choosing to leave their real husband to be with this online 24/7 guy that's like, oh, how was your day, honey? Like, oh, come here, let me give you a massage. That kind of stuff. And it's really vile stuff. We covered it on if you want to know on a Shaban Hour, patreon.com/ADV podcast, we did 2 episodes covering this phenomenon. It's really grim.
Yeah.
But she's going on to say, like, these expectations that these people are putting out there, no wonder nobody's going to want to have kids and get married based on these expectations.
They expect to have like a Prince Charming or a princess or whatever. And it's ridiculous.
In reality, it's about equality.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway, I just thought that was kind of interesting. I wanted to put her message out there.
Yep.
Moving on.
Yes. From this very filtered contact lens wearing unrealistic person.
That's how China works.
Yes. We do.
It would be weird not to have any of that stuff in China at this point. It's default.
It's time to move on to Worldview, where we discuss everything in the world, specifically with regards to China. Okay, what is this Wolf Warrior Index?
So this is
This is
interesting.
you.
This is very interesting. So you remember what a Wolf Warrior is? Can you play
Yeah,
a
for
projection?
sure. Here you go.
Wolf Warriors were China's diplomats or the foreign ministry spokespeople, and these people are the outward face of China, whether they're the English-speaking face or the one that gets translated in the blue room in front of people, and like China is hitting its 5-year goals or whatever, the kind of bullshit you see in propaganda.
Yeah.
Now, these guys were tasked by the leadership to become wolf warriors, as they called them. Now, this is based on a very cringe patriotic movie that had come out.
Yes,
called
Wolf
Wolf
Warriors,
Warrior. And they said, if we act like we're strong and belligerent and mean, then maybe the rest of the world will respect us, right? So you can see that graph here. There's a peak in like 2021. And
Yes.
I can absolutely attest to this. 2021 was the peak of wolf warrior diplomacy, where
COVID was a big thing at the time.
Like just
they're like Fort Detrick, you know, America made COVID, that kind of thing. Yeah.
It came from white-tailed deer in the U.S.
Oh
right?
yes, I got to find that. Where is that nonsense here?
White-tailed deer.
Most belligerent, mean. They were swearing on Twitter. Remember what was that dude drop the F word?
Yeah, the Chen Wei.
Yeah,
whatever
Chen
that
Wei
guy.
Hua.
Yeah, Chen Wei Hua, that dumbass.
A bunch of they were just running their mouths, being really mean, and it was the opposite of how China's kind of succeeded in the past. Is that nobody pays attention to it?
Yeah, they like keep quiet about. They just try to be diplomatic on the surface and do bad things behind closed doors.
Yeah, instead
now they were
did-
just like doing bad things out in the open. Yeah.
So what they've noticed is that backfired massively, and they've been toning that down.
Yes.
And you can actually see based on, I think it was a ChatGPT.
Yeah.
It was a 16,000 answers given by foreign ministry spokespeople. They've toned down the wolf warrior rhetoric because they've realized it's gotten them absolutely nowhere.
Yes, it's gotten them into trouble.
So it's funny that what you have to understand is nothing changed behind the scenes. Like China's goals are worse now.
Yeah.
But the way that they're going to portray themselves as the nice guys now.
Yeah, you know, they have this trick that they do, and I'm sure you guys have probably seen recently how China's UN pledged for green technology or reducing greenhouse gases or something, right? You've seen that, right? It's like, oh, China's landmarked this.
Yeah, their plan.
China goes out and says, we plan to reduce, emissions. The rest of the world goes, articles everywhere.
Leader.
China's like landmark, green technology or whatever, and they praise China for not doing anything. It makes me mad because China's not going to do that. They plan to do it. That's all they need to say. It's like me saying, I plan to deliver a product to you in 10 years, but pay me now. And everyone's like, yeah, and they like throw money at me, and then I just don't do it.
You know how that works, right?
Yeah,
because
exactly.
These global organizations rely on these plans and
Yeah.
promises, and they go, we're going forward. Now we have a leader at the helm.
Yeah, exactly. It's always like China to achieve this, China plans to, China goal, this, that.
Yeah.
And so everyone's like, yeah, they've done it. It's as if they've done it already. They already get paid for jobs that they haven't done.
And that's how they operate.
Yeah.
And that's why they're seeing so much success diplomatically right
Yeah.
now, is that they're just going against the grain of whatever the U.S. leadership is doing by saying they plan to do something, when in
exactly.
fact it's bullshit.
It is. It's rubbish.
In fact, they're the world's worst polluter. They're still building coal plants.
Yes.
It doesn't make any
They're
sense.
out fishing all the seas.
Yes, it's
every promise they've ever made, they've broken.
Yes. A little
This is
alarming.
part of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
China's testing, remember the unscrewed
Yes, the
submarines, as we
unscrewed,
said
yeah.
that one time? Uncrewed submarines in the South China Sea. You can see the size comparison. This one's much bigger. I don't know if compensation. Anyway,
yeah.
we're looking at this.
I mean, who knows?
I'm just looking at
no,
that.
American,
I just said
American
who knows.
submarines, Yeah.
Anyway, that was
I
joking.
think I think having lived in China for over a decade each, I think we could probably say we both know.
All right, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter.
No, of course
What
not.
matters is these uncrewed submarines
Yes,
are patrolling
unscrewed.
around the South China Sea.
Yes.
Why would they do this? Well, they're drilling for a potential invasion of Taiwan, right? So this is a show of might. This is a show of force. They want people to
So
see
like
this.
you like him
Stop.
like no. I was
I
gonna
see the
say
face.
like military drills.
Yes.
They're not like drilling for oil or any other kind of
Do
drilling.
you do that on an uncrewed submarine?
I'm just saying they're drilling, So like what?
There's no crew to be drilling.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Okay.
The crew are not
Yeah,
drilling
that's
each
true.
other. All right?
Yeah, there's no crew. I'm saying it's
uncrewed.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
There's
You're
no
crude.
You are projection. Give yourself a projection. Come on.
All right. Okay. Fine.
You just made a lewd joke and then said, I'm crude.
Yeah. Well, you're
You're crude.
I'm uncrewed.
I'm uncrewed.
Okay. All right. Anyway, these uncrewed submarines.
Anyway,
Let's move on.
yes.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay,
this is
so
this
they're
is
just
bad.
doing their
This
thing.
is bad.
They're just doing their usual thing, By now, it's just what are they teaching in China?
just-
What, bro? What that teaching in China?
I didn't write that.
Okay.
Okay. What is this? Is a book for exercises. Right?
Yes.
You have Brother Frank, which
Yes.
is the what is the baby's name?
I have no
Stewie?
idea. This is brother Frank,
Dog
Emily,
Coco,
Coco.
sister Gina,
Yes.
brother Steve. So those are the husband and wife and Family Guy, or brother and sister now. The mother is Mayra, and that's the brother. And Family Guy is the mom.
Yeah, wow. Okay, they got pretty much everything
And
wrong.
then Emily, and she doesn't even have a
Just
label.
Emily, yeah.
It's probably the subject of the passage, right?
Oh, yeah, that's
It's just,
right.
how can you screw it up that bad?
Yeah, pretty easy. Just don't know English, yeah.
But no, I mean, like, logically, you picked a boy and said that's the mother. There's a couple hugging each other.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. Oh, well,
Anyway.
it's kind of funny.
It is. That was funny.
This sucks.
This is bad. Public Security Bureau, BSB, in Shilan Hut. This is in Inner Mongolia.
Yes.
Where I used to live. And it's a province of China. It was taken from Mongolia by the CCP.
Yes.
But it has
they don't ever conquer or, start wars or anything. They just annex land.
No, and that only happened in the 1950s.
Yeah, exactly.
So far distant
yeah,
past.
exactly.
Same government today.
Yes, exactly.
Not imperialist country at all. Shilan Hut is a beautiful area of grasslands in Inner Mongolia. And the important thing about Inner Mongolia to understand is that Inner Mongolia has more Mongolian people than real independent Mongolia.
Yes.
Right? So you got to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
China took the best land.
Chinese occupied Mongolia
Yes.
has more Mongolian people.
China took the best part of Mongolia, like the most fertile land and the more moderate temperatures. And they forcibly moved millions and millions of Han people there too to displace the Mongolians. But
We've seen it. We've seen
million.
it firsthand. Yeah.
We literally saw it firsthand. There's a lot of confrontation in Inner Mongolia that China doesn't talk about because Mongolian people are diametrically opposed to Han people.
Yep.
Han Chinese people are collectivists.
Yes.
They live in cities. They live in these very, very urbanized centers. Their dream is to have a high-rise apartment and a car someday. Mongolian people are literally nomadic people.
Yes, yes.
They don't want to be in a city.
They live in yurts, those little hut things.
My Mongolian friends used to ride dirt bikes for fun because they wanted to get rid of a city center. And this was a city that was very unpopulated, right?
Yeah.
They feel trapped and claustrophobic. You've met Mongolians.
Yeah.
They just want to be out there on the move all the time.
Correct.
So this is very opposed to, Mongolians very free people.
Yes.
Chinese people very used to, within China, living under oppression and claustrophobic circumstances.
Yes. Yeah.
The problem with that is that causes a lot of animosity.
Of course.
Mongolian people don't want to be part of China. Every single Mongolian person I talk to, even though they've adjusted to life, doesn't want to be part of China.
Correct.
They don't believe in China, right?
Yeah.
I'm not Chinese, so I'm not going to believe in this country.
So you do get a lot of clashes.
You do.
A
lot of stabbings, a lot of Molotov cocktails at government buildings.
Separatist type
A lot of
things,
separatist stuff, right? But you don't hear about it.
You don't. You hear about it in Xinjiang, where they've literally enslaved all the Uyghurs.
Yes.
Get onto that later.
Yeah.
But in Mongolia, you don't hear about that much because they've kept it so quiet. It was only when we went there, we tried to stay in a hotel, and they literally had posters on the wall warning you of don't be a terrorist, don't throw
Only in
firebombs. Don't do, exactly. It was crazy.
Yeah, and that's where we got busted by the secret police.
Yep.
Anyway, so long story short, they issued a notice starting from September that blood samples from male residents in Shilan Hut, this is a high Mongolian percentage area, will be collected to enter into the local DNA database. The police stated that the purpose of the blood sample collection is to improve citizen identity information, directly linked to processing of documents such as ID cards and passports, as well as important verification playing a significant role. They stated that the collection process strictly follows relevant regulations, and residents' personal information and biological samples will be strictly protected in accordance with the law to ensure information security. This is literally, and I hate when people say this, but this is Nazi Germany.
Dude, so now your DNA is going to be linked to your ID card, is linked to you.
If you're Mongolian.
Yes.
If you're Mongolian, there's no other reason to do this. They
Yes.
pick minority areas so they can get the people logged
It's
in.
like the Jewish tattoo.
It is the Jewish tattoo.
That's what it is.
Yes, they're
It's the
so worried.
yellow star.
Yeah, they're so worried that Mongolian people are going to have an uprising because
Yeah.
they're not Chinese.
For sure. I'm so sick and tired of people that, whenever we comment on something like that, they're like, oh yeah, America's heading in that direction. No, it's not. Okay? And even if it's heading in that direction, it's not there yet.
Yeah, I mean, well, also there's another argument to have.
Which is what?
then we talk about China.
Yes.
If you want to go learn about America, go watch American news.
Absolutely. But that's not even the whole point here. Yeah. The whole point is that people are so caught up in like, oh, well, maybe this will happen down the road, that they cannot see that this is actually happening right now.
And
this is
has
not,
been.
Yes, this is not some distant future. This is not something that might happen.
It's not the erosion of...
Yeah, this is not, this is now. It's now in China. They're collecting the DNA of all of the Mongolians so that they can tie it to their ID card, so that they can control them and make sure they know each and every individual, you know, who they are, where they are, what they do. It's terrifying.
Yeah, it is.
Anyway, let's move on from that because that's really not a nice thing to think about.
Can you pause it real quick?
Sure.
I do want to say we hit 4,000 likes, and I wanted to see if we could maybe hit 6,000 today. A little bit of a lower goal. I think we can make it. Well, I'm the like farmer. We got to seed the feed. Make sure you click the like button so we can get this on as many people's feeds as possible. I really appreciate it. And can we get a congratulations for hitting that 3,000? We're at 4.
Whoa, I hit the wrong thing, but nothing happened, so it's okay. Yeah, of course we can. If I can find the bloody thing. Give me a second. I put it here somewhere. I might be stalling, but I'm not, because I actually don't know where I put this stupid thing. Is it here? No, it's here.
Oh, goal. But we have a new goal. We're going to try to hit that 6,000 before the stream's over. Okay. I'd really appreciate it, my dear farmers, fellow farmers.
Your dear Chocolato.
Chocolatos.
Oh, my dear Chocolato.
Thanks, guys.
Yes,
thank you for doing that so that we can move on and get away from the like farmer.
What's this?
This is North Korea.
This is dystopian as
Dude. Okay. There's an interesting thing that's happened. I was curious why randomly, I'm not going to mention any names, but like very low rent shills have now been flown over to China to go to Xinjiang. Now, we all know about the whole Xinjiang genocide.
Give him a TLDR for 1 second.
Guys, super simple. You know, when accusations came out that China was putting Uyghurs into concentration camps, all of a sudden, the most moralless pricks were being flown out to Xinjiang to walk around in the tourist areas to say, look, they're all dancing and happy, so there's nothing going on here. There's no genocide in Xinjiang.
Just want to say, beyond a doubt, international tribunals and eyewitness people that fled confirmed there were concentration camps in Xinjiang.
China themselves have confirmed. They call them re-education camps or whatever. You know, like over 1 million Uyghurs thrown into these concentration camps. They're not allowed to practice their religion anymore. They get arrested if they discuss their religion. They're not allowed to, you know,
go to the
learn their own
Xinjiang
culture.
Police files.
Yes.
Look at that database.
It's real, okay? It's not made up. No. It's real, okay? However, we've seen that die off for a while now, okay? Because although it's been going on, you know, China's got a firm grip over that stuff and it's kind of left the public eye. But all of a sudden, and I noticed in the last couple of weeks, about a month or so, a huge resurgence of Chinese state media putting out, there's no Xinjiang genocide denial. There's Uyghurs are happy dancing. And I've seen garbage, you know, foreigners from overseas go there again now to be like, oh, look, they're all free and it's great. I was wondering why. Why all of a sudden are they bringing that back?
Yeah, there's always a reason.
And the reason is Xi Jinping's just visited it.
To basically whitewash the entire genocide.
Yeah, and to celebrate, what, the 70th anniversary of founding of...
The founding, you mean the forceful takeover.
Yes, the takeover of Xinjiang. And if you look at the imagery, it is insane. Okay?
Dude, it's full North Korea now. There's no joke.
才搞了这么多群众演员来欢迎自己，可以说就是一个世界级的笑话。而且这种群众演员的水平呢，越来越赶上朝鲜了。不得不感叹中国倒车的速度太快了。
Look at this.
I'm sorry, just that imagery of I'm going to go back. That particular imagery of them like waving the, man, why do I always go back so far? I got to learn how to
real far.
I got to learn how to use this jog wheel there. Here we go. Look at that. So first of all, they hire these extras basically, or they force or bus.
They don't hire.
No, they don't hire anyone. They bus in all these people to stand there and wave flags, right?
可以说就是一个世界级的笑话。
Very
这种
controlled.
群众演员的水平呢，越来越赶上朝鲜了。不得不感叹中国倒车的速度太快。
That particular imagery of them waving all those fake flowers around.
And they're forcing the Uyghur minority people to welcome the dictator that represents the government that took their land and then put them into concentration camps.
Correct.
It's literally,
and their family members.
It's like if you got a bunch of Jewish people in the Holocaust and then to stand in front of Hitler and wave flowers and say thank you.
And wave the swastika.
Thank you for killing all of my family.
Exactly.
That's what this is.
It's insane. This imagery is just horrific. All right, so I mean, like, yeah, you can see they make a big hoo-ha out of it. But that's why all this propaganda's been ramping up recently.
It's North Korea, dude.
Yeah.
It's freaking North Korea now.
I mean, take a look at how they're crying, and it's
that's
like,
the crying's nuts.
Yeah, it is North Korea. That just looks like North Korea to me.
Yeah.
Yeah?
It
Anyway.
really does. I just want to remind people the level of oppression.
Yes.
This happened. China reportedly detained a man for terrorist charges. Do you know what he did?
He set his watch 2 hours behind Beijing time.
Do you know why?
Why?
Xinjiang has to operate on Beijing time, despite being thousands of miles away.
Yes.
Because China can only have one time zone because Mao declared this. They said,
Yes.
we'll have one time zone.
Yeah.
Every government worker in China has to operate on Beijing time.
Yeah.
Even if the sun doesn't rise for 5 hours after
Yes.
it does in Beijing.
Yes.
Right? So it's pitch black
Yes.
when you have to go to work, and it's dark until like 10 or 11 a.m.
Yeah.
in Xinjiang.
It's crazy.
So you're like walking around in the darkness because you're operating on a wrong time zone.
Yeah.
So the guy set his watch 2 hours behind Beijing time so he could be more in line with the actual rise of the sun, and then was detained for terrorist charges.
I mean, it's so dumb. It's like I've got a friend in Tucson, right? So if I want to set my watch so that I know what time
Yes.
it is in Tucson
Yes.
when he wakes up, so I can give him a call,
Yeah.
and I set the time, then suddenly I go to jail for that.
Yes. This is, again, I think is a great thing. Is like, yeah, you can focus on whatever. You can focus on America and be happy. You have every right to focus on whatever country you want to. But on the China show, we talk about China. In China, they already have arrived here.
Yeah.
This is what we're talking about, reality here.
Yeah, so the
Not
man
away.
had reportedly changed his clock to Urumqi time, which follows the natural daylight schedule in the western region in Xinjiang. It's just insane. So anyway, China has one official time zone, as we know. Changing clocks to Urumqi time is seen as a form of resistance against the Chinese government.
Time crime, dude.
Yeah, time crime. I like that. Yeah, time
We're
cop.
big watch guys. By the way, my watch, Citizen Tsuyosa, is down near the description. You get $95 off. If you
Holy
click.
crap.
Yeah, $95 off.
Seriously?
Yeah, right now.
I actually really like that watch. I might actually go buy it myself. I'm not even joking. That was kind of like a hype watch for a while, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. It's still kind of hype.
They really are. They got some
because
awesome
they re-released
colors.
some new colors. Anyway, it's down below.
Mhm.
So if you look at the video, right below that, there will be like a shop
Products.
that has Chocolado, and then
Yeah.
it has this watch. This one's $95 off if you click that.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I actually might get that.
Cool.
Yeah, mine's not
That
going to
was-
be. Oh, that's not going to be in the description. Mine's
That was
like
the
a 1970s
worst.
watch.
Yeah, that's why I.
Yeah.
That's the worst finesse ever, by the way.
I know
I'm not-
that's just it came
I
came
thought
up.
of time.
Time cop, right?
Yeah.
But again, this
I can't believe I just.
this is you go. The time police going to come catch you.
It's just like
Yeah.
this guy
Oh,
got
this guy
arrested.
got
for
arrested.
terrorism.
Yeah,
By the way,
here's
buy my watch.
Dude. Sometimes
I promise that wasn't
Yeah,
planned.
sometimes you just got to make light so that people can look past how serious this is. Yeah. Anyway,
It's a
guys,
cool watch though, so check it out.
this is messed up.
You can buy this watch
Yeah.
and you can set whatever time you want. I promise
Yes.
the cops won't get you.
Cops are not get, yeah.
Unless you're in Xinjiang.
Unless you're in Xinjiang. You won't be able to buy that anyway. Oh, boy. Yeah.
Stupid.
So
I'm
it is
sorry
what it
about
is. It is what it is.
Okay. You can skip this.
Okay.
There's new developments.
There's new developments,
and I don't
okay.
want it. Literally every 2 seconds this gets
Yes.
updated. So I'm like, we'll cover it when it stops.
Yeah.
So this is important. Leaked documents.
Okay.
I got just a quick write-up that I put together.
Yeah.
Leaked documents to just in 2023 there was an agreement,
Mhm.
and if you had any questions about this before,
Sure.
they're gone.
Mm.
Russia committed to equipping and training China's People's Liberation Army for
Right.
airborne special forces operations to target Taiwan in an invasion and potentially other regional islands, aiming to bypass the risks of traditional amphibious invasions. So China, well, actually most military analysts around the world, people familiar with the matter that we've spoken to, say that it's probably going to be an amphibious invasion of Taiwan, which is going to be
Makes sense.
devastating.
Yeah.
So this is kind of like a commitment from Russia to be like, no, we'll help you, China, to invade Taiwan. I mean, you've been funding us for our Ukraine invasion,
Sure.
right? You've been propping up this entire war. China's
Yeah.
been propping up the entire
We
war.
know that. Yeah, it's no secret.
Russia's expected to supply light amphibious vehicles as well,
Mhm.
anti-tank guns, personal carriers, and high-altitude parachute systems, along with comprehensive training and technical documentation for future local production and modernization.
Yes.
Not good.
No, of course not.
But it's good that people know
Yeah, I mean,
what
these
teams
guys,
there are.
Yeah, exactly. They've been working together for the longest time, but for some reason, everyone's like, "No, they're not."
Very important.
Yes.
This was cool. I really liked this. Actually, it's really messed up, but...
What's the gist?
This dude, I'll give you a gist. Basically, in Capitol Hill, so in the U.S. government, there was people were getting newspapers, and they're on taxpayers' money.
So the taxpayers are paying for the newspapers
Yes.
everybody gets in
Yes.
the Capitol Hill.
Yes.
Okay.
Capitol Hill, so everyone there is getting subsidized newspapers on taxpayers' dimes. Right?
Okay, yeah.
One of those was China Daily.
What?
China Daily.
So wait, Americans...
Yes.
No, I shouldn't say American. I pay tax.
Yes.
So I am paying
Yes.
for China Daily.
Yes.
That is Chinese state propaganda to be
Yes.
given to all the government people in Washington, D.C.
Yes. Yes.
Screw that.
Yes.
What the hell?
Yes. Isn't that nuts?
It's annoying.
So this representative in Arizona,
Yeah.
I just wanted to get his name right, but it's very far away. Anyway, he's a representative in Arizona. Shout out to him because what he did was introduce a bill
Well, it's
to
like
get rid of this.
so hard to see. It's Representative
Abe Hamada. I'm sorry, it's so far away.
Yeah, we can't see. It's so small. Our monitor's like way up on that wall. I know we
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
saying that, but it really is.
Anyway, the long story
and it's small.
Long story short is he was able to sound the alarm and got a hold of John Molinar, Select Committee of the CCP.
Great guy.
Big fan of his. Would love to
Yeah.
have him on the show, by the way.
Yeah,
Open
awesome.
invitation.
Yeah, 100%.
Would love to talk to him. He's the chairman of the Select Committee on the Chinese Communist Party.
Yeah.
And they announced a ban on the internal distribution of this. But the reason, and now you might think, oh, so some politicians and lawmakers and stuff don't get to read China Daily anymore. It's much more, it has bigger implications than this because it's kind of starting a snowball effect. The UK apparently is banning it. And then
Good.
this is going across to all institutions. There's a big message to the CCP. It's like, we're not for sale.
Yeah.
Get out of America.
Especially don't make taxpayers pay for
Yes.
your damn propaganda. It's rubbish.
If people want to, and he said, if people want to subscribe to China Daily, which is, by the way, you have to understand, it's not the New York Times. It's not freaking Politico. It's not Reuters. This is the mouthpiece of the CCP's propaganda department.
It's the government's newspaper.
They can subscribe to it if they want, but it's not going to be on the taxpayer.
Yeah, I don't want to pay for China's propaganda. That's
absolutely not.
bullshit.
So-
Sorry, excuse my language.
Great progress there. And I actually recommend, I loved his article. I thought it was beautifully written.
Yeah.
It's so eloquent in the way that he's standing up against China. Highly recommend reading that.
Correct.
Down
And
below.
the descriptions of them below. Okay, now we spoke a little bit about Uyghurs, and we have a friend who's a Uyghur who stands
We
up
have many
for Uyghurs'
friends that are
rights.
Uyghurs.
Yeah.
One I
Of
can't
course.
even get a hold of.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, this guy in particular, his name is Arslan Hidayat, and this is something he put out. I said I would share it on the show because it's actually very poignant. So let's take a listen.
Initiative for carrying forward revolutionary traditions and heritage, Xinjiang has built 471 education bases for patriotism at all levels, inspiring officials and the public to love the party and dedicate themselves to the country. These aren't my words. It isn't from any Western government or media. This is Chinese government policy. China, or to be more specific, the State Council Information Office of the People's Republic of China, just released a white paper on occupied East Turkestan called CPC Guidelines for Governing Xinjiang in the New Era, Practice and Achievements. In its own words, it confirms the reality we have been talking about. China calls them education centers, but they are concentration camps. The white paper also says Xinjiang is carrying out extensive educational campaigns under the guidance of the core socialist values and promoting standard spoken and written Chinese to unite hearts and minds for a shared future. What does that mean? Forcing Uyghurs to give up their language, religion, and identity. Indoctrination, not education. Why are these camps there? The white paper makes it clear. To remake Uyghurs into loyal subjects, to forge the nation's soul with the Communist Party at the center. This isn't hidden anymore. China openly celebrates it. Why? To remake Uyghurs into loyal subjects of the Communist Party, to force a shared identity, to destroy a people's culture under the guise of patriotism and modern civilization. Think about it. A government that controls every word it publishes is now openly boasting about this. If they're willing to put it in a public white paper, God only knows how bad it is on the ground. Now, this is only part 1. We're releasing a 4-part series that dissects this white paper, where we will go into restrictions on religion, forced transfer of children, and illegal settlements of the Han Chinese into East Turkestan. There's a new trend on Chinese social media where Chinese influencers are saying that East Turkestan, or Xinjiang in their words, is the safest province in China. Watch this.
新疆已经是全中国最安全的地方。我在新疆大街上，你知道每10步一个摄像头，每10步一个摄像头。我第一次来新疆，我去万达的时候，我第一次听说进万达还要安检。在你们这儿是不是很正常是吧？在我们那儿没有，我们那儿去哪儿都不需要安检的，只有去机场安检。在这儿进安达都要安检，我感觉太安全了。关键是所有的小学、初中放学的时候，一帮人拿着枪在门口。我们那儿没有。说白了，我们那儿的孩子要放学了，真的被人给弄走了都不知道。而且我还听说只要报警了，警察10分钟没到就要被开除了，是这样的吗？就是啊，3分钟啊！哎呦我天哪，孤陋寡闻了。说只要报警的，只多少分钟没到，这个民警就要被干掉的，太厉害了。
Today was more than a...
Yeah, so I mean, if you're interested in checking them out, you can check it out, Kashgar Times.
Yes. Yeah, just Google it, Kashgar Times.
But, you know, he's making a good point, is that China's past the point of trying to hide it now.
Yeah, they're celebrating it.
Now they're celebrating it. Look, we've managed to conquer the Uyghurs now, and it's so safe. You go there, there's a camera for every 10 steps.
Yeah, and there's automatic weapons.
Yeah, outside the schools.
To
and
oppress the Uyghurs there.
Yeah, and to go into the shopping center, you have to go through security checkpoints.
This is bragging.
Yeah, this is bragging.
They're bragging about conquering a sovereign area.
Yes.
It's crazy.
It is. And they're just admitting to the concentration camps and so on.
Yeah.
So, you know, like, there's no question that they've done this and they've been doing it. And they've kind of said, like, we've won now, so now we can just come out and do it. And that's how China does it. It just completely does what it wants to do, puts up a smoke screen while they're doing it. Once the damage is done, then they come out and say, like, yeah, we did it. Think about it. They've done the same with all their stupid coal power plants. They're like, oh, you know, and they just do it. They do it with the South China Sea. Oh, they militarize it. No, we're not militarizing it. When it's done, it's like, look, we're the power in the region. This belongs to us.
Yeah.
It's that kind of thing.
This is my current favorite YouTube channel. It's called @JapanEats. It's literally like an American dude, and he goes around Japan, and he just eats like cool stuff, like local stuff, because he speaks Japanese.
Right.
And it's really, really good. But I was shocked to see today he actually put something out about the Uyghurs, which was I was so pleasantly shocked.
Excellent.
Plate of noodles. It was a meal that served as a gateway in my interest in the Uyghur culture. Welcome to Janlai. I went in knowing nothing about Uyghur food, and if you're unfamiliar with the Uyghurs, I'd highly recommend looking into them, because trying to compartmentalize their history and struggles into a 1-minute video would be a travesty. The short version is they're a marginalized Turkic ethnic group, these spicy beef noodles, and this impacted me way more than it should have.
Anyway, I cut it just because like he goes and eats it. But anyway, he said they're marginalized Turkic group, their struggles. I was shocked to see an Asia-based YouTuber bring this up and bring awareness to it. It's fantastic. He's got a huge audience. It's so good to see some people doing the right thing.
By the way, best food in China.
Amazing
Hands down.
food. And that's why he liked it so much.
Yeah.
I didn't want to show the whole video. But what was amazing, what stood out to me was this Uyghur restaurant in Japan.
Yeah.
Just wanted to read this. It says, if you find yourself alone in a foreign land facing difficulties without any income, because remember, these Uyghurs would have fled China and gone to Japan to seek freedom, right?
Yes.
So they say, if you find yourself alone in a foreign land facing difficulties without any income and going hungry, you're welcome to come to Xinjiang Lai. Just tell the staff that you would like a single person set meal. After you finish eating, you can simply leave without paying. On the days when you have left your home, you bravely face the challenges of life, learn a new language, and adapt to unfamiliar surroundings. It's already remarkable. I hope this hot and delicious, and then it goes on. It's with positive messaging.
Yeah, it's nice.
So nice.
It's nice and charitable, which is the opposite of China.
Yeah.
You know, when you're there.
I just thought that was so nice. Anyway.
That's super nice. Anyway, I guess it's time for us to move on to our Q&A section, guys.
Yes.
Yamcha. This is where we answer your questions and you question our answers. It is Friday, so it's time to relax, guys. It's the end of the week. Hopefully you've had a good week. And even if you haven't, hopefully you're going to have a little bit of time to relax. So let's loosen the tie. Bid everybody farewell who's not watching us live or on the weekend, because, you know, on Monday we do cut out the Q&A.
Yeah.
So for you guys, stay awesome. We'll see you next time. And for everyone else, let's get right to it.